waits for no man and ain't got time to shake your hand. Get that style check, put it in pockets like it's back. Going down.
What's up, everybody? It's Delta here, and today's video is going to be some Black Ops 2. I know you guys saw Ghost yesterday. I know you guys were excited that I'm bringing different Call of Duties into this, maybe some MW3, but yeah, Ghost yesterday, Black Ops 2 today. This is Black Ops 2 League Play, Slums Hardpoint. Or no, I got confused real quick because of my KD. This is Slums CTF. So yeah, I go 41-9, main Slayer, main player. I don't know if I cap a flag actually, but yeah, so I don't know if I was main OBJ, but I was main Slayer, and that's all that really matters for this game. You guys are gonna see me wreck some fools, you know what I'm saying? Nah, but alright, let's get into the topic of today, and that is going to be with electronics. Alright. I personally am a safe person with electronics. I'm really careful. Like every single time I pull it out of my pocket, I never drop my phone. Every single time I pull anything out of my pocket, I don't drop them. Every single time I put away my stuff, I make sure that they won't fall or whatever. Every single time I put down my phone or my iPod or something, I make sure it doesn't fall off of the counter. Like a lot of people just like loosely put things places. They're like, oh well, let me just put you here, and then it's like doom, falls. I make sure that if I'm like playing a game, an application or something while I'm sitting on the toilet, it doesn't fall into the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are clumsy. I'm not one of those people. I'm wondering, are you guys those people who are clumsy? You know what I'm saying? So just tell me, are you a clumsy person with your electronics? That's the end for it. No, I'm just kidding. That's not all I wanted to talk about, guys. So yeah, I'm one of those people who are really careful, and I don't break any of my electronics, but there is this one little space right there for you know, mistake, and that is that I let people use my stuff, and I'm gonna stop doing that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna stop doing that. But I let people use my stuff, right? Like I let my friends use my phone if they needed it to like call their family, or to call other friends that they know more, to call their friends, to call their blah blah blah, to get intel. You know what I'm saying? Like if they need to call somebody, I let them use my phone. Yeah, I'll just use the phone one. If they want to listen to music, they could use my iPod, I guess. I let people use my stuff. Now, I never got jacked like that. Obviously, these people are my friends. They wouldn't steal my stuff. But there are those times where you give something to your friend, and it's like, oh, dude, I've had this for a year. Never dropped it once. Still looks brand new. And yeah, John, I yawned in another video. John. Alright, but yeah. So, like, I never dropped it once. Had it for a whole year. Still looks exactly brand new. Here you go. Use my phone. And they're like, oh yeah, okay. And then they turn it on or something, and they start to use it, and all of a sudden it falls and has those scratches on the side. That's my luck, right? Like, that's happened to me so many times with my phone. So many times with my iPod, and I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I might as well drop it myself, right? There's only one time where I broke something on my own, and I was mad and threw my phone against a wall. And it wasn't even a wall. It was like, I wasn't inside. I threw it like across the parking lot. But yeah, I will talk about that in a future story, guys. So don't worry, don't worry your butts too much about my one thing that I broke on my own. This is about my electronics and how they broke. Alright, so the headset you are hearing me, the mic that you guys are hearing right now, that I'm talking through, the one that you guys can hear my voice through, that is actually broken. Like, the headset piece, my left earpiece, where the mic is actually attached to, it's like completely broken. I had to tape it back on. This is the first thing I've ever taped back on, like electronic wise, and it doesn't feel ghetto. It actually feels how it should normally fit, but it has the little tape right there at the top. And I think I did a pretty good job taping it back on, but that's the first headset I've ever broken, and I was like, dude, Turtle Beaches aren't cheap, blah 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 blah. And my brother comes in, my baby brother, he comes in and walks around, and he stepped on the left earpiece and it broke. Like, so it's not the earpiece that's broken, it's the connector from the top of the, like, the headband part to the earpiece. That's where it's broken. So like the earpiece was hanging off, and so I just taped that back together and got it back. And so many of you guys may know that my laptop is broken, the screen is broken, and the way that broke, same dude broke it, man. Same little bro. And you can't hate your little brother for breaking things. You could hate some people for breaking things, like if they broke it on purpose, or if they had knowledge that something could break. Like my little brother does it. Like when he broke my laptop, he was what, about to turn 2? Like he was like 2 months away from being 2. So It's not like he's like, oh dude, if I throw this right here, it's gonna hit him, and it's gonna hit right in the middle of his screen, cause a crack, make everything on his screen black except for some few places where it makes it look kind of like a spider's laying there. It's not like he planned that and he was all devious inside. He was sitting on my brother's bed, and my brother left the room, and I was in here just with my laptop on the floor where I used to have it when I used to have a screen, because I didn't need to have it plugged in. I didn't need to have it plugged into a monitor, obviously, so I had it as close to me as possible. And I leaned over, and luckily I leaned over, dude. Like, if I didn't lean over, I'd probably be like brain dead or something, honestly, because he threw that thing hard. I leaned over to check like the time or something. I forgot what I leaned over to do, but I leaned over, and right as I leaned over, like, my brother threw, or right when I was leaning, I think the thing went past my head. I don't know. My brother threw a charger, and it went right over my like shoulder, and it went right and hit my laptop. And obviously my laptop's not like right in front of me. It's like probably like a foot in front of me. So when I lean over, it goes over my shoulder, and I'm sitting on the floor, so it goes over my shoulder and hits right on the laptop screen, right in the middle. And I don't know what hit it. It was probably like the corner of the charger where it was most heavy, because it's like a big little dent right there in my screen, and then like the whole screen is shattered from whatever. I still haven't got it fixed, guys, but I don't know, I don't really need it fixed. You know, I'm using my TV, or I use my monitor to use it. It's not like I go and use it places. I don't really care for that. I just use it in my room. My laptop I use in my room, and that's why I got a laptop, just so I could use the computer in my room, because the computer in my living room, just so I could use a computer in my room, because the computer in my living room is like slower than my laptop, it's weaker than my laptop, and it's like far as heck out there, so I had to use like USB adapters or USB connectors to get my HD PVR to actually go all the way to the living room. And with this, I could just record in my room, and so that's why I got a laptop. I didn't get a laptop to be more like move around the house and using it, although that's pretty cool. I didn't think I was going to do that. I always wanted to keep it in my room, because that's where I have the most control over my little brother, and I knew that if I had it like in the living room, he'd like come and smack it or something and break it. And it just so happened that the one time I had him in my room, well, I have him in my room still, like he still comes in my room. Obviously he just broke my headset a few weeks ago, but the one time that I let him go somewhere where we can't see him, he breaks it. So yeah, that's my laptop and my headset that's broken. What else did he break? Not just he didn't break anything else. But yeah, also my brother, my mom let my little brother use my other brother's iPod Touch. Okay, so iPod Touch while he was at school, and they were like out walking or something, and he was holding it, and then he dropped it and he cracked his screen. Like, we have that luck. My family has that luck where we don't break our own things. I think one of my brothers, actually my younger brother, the one who wouldn't leave the room yesterday, I think he breaks his own stuff, or my brother broke his thing. I don't know. I think my brother actually broke his phone. I'm not sure, but we need to stop letting him use our stuff. I just realized that right now. But yeah, so we're those type of people who get those kind of bad lucks. Like, we don't break anything on our own. I'm not sure about my other brother. He might break some. Oh yeah, my brother who actually started YouTube, he broke his phone on his own. He had it. He was in his locker room during high school, during I think his freshman year, and he goes to pull out his pants or whatever, and his phone slid out, and he had the locker on the floor, like the locker lowest to the ground. He pulls his pants out, and his phone falls from like 2 inches off the floor and falls straight on its face and breaks. And I don't know how that happened. Like, I still have my phone right now that I've had since like sophomore year, and I'm already like 2 years out of high school, and it only has a few scratches on the side from people who dropped my phone, and it's dirty on the front, actually. Yeah, and it's dirty on the front from me not taking care of it, because I don't use it anymore. But yeah, so that's my story. That's my story, you know. Like, how things break, and it's not your fault, dude. It's not my fault that my things break. I know there's something else that I'm missing. I know there has to be something that broke that wasn't my fault. I will think about it, and I'll probably tell you in an update video. There are some things that break that were really my friend's fault, and I was really upset, and I really wish I could have socked them, but I didn't want to sock them because I didn't want to start a problem over something that was kind of small, even though it was big, and that has to be skateboarding. Like, if you ever, like, when you're skateboarding, sometimes your friends don't have boards, and, like, you're like, okay, well, you don't have a board today because you snapped yesterday. Alright, I understand. Here, do one trick on my board. Go, kick flip the half pipe or something. And so, yeah, that's not exactly what I did. I let somebody try and hill flip, a 5-stair, a local 5-stair, and I was like, okay, I mean, you don't have a board. You lost yours. He didn't snap it. He lost his, or it got stolen or something. But yeah, so I let him do it, and my board snapped, and I was just like, fucking serious? I have to walk home now. Walk home now. I could have skated home. I couldn't skate home because he didn't have a board to let me borrow, and I didn't have a board anymore. So I had to walk home with my 2 halves of my board, and it was just so freaking boring. And I was like, dude, this sucks. I'm gonna have to get a new board, and it wasn't even my fault. Now sometimes the things that I broke when I was raging, where I broke that one phone, I broke like 3 skateboards. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed, dislike if you didn't, comment down below, tell me how you felt about this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, click the annotation to the left to see my previous video, and the annotation below to go to my second channel. I'll see you next time.